JJJinks!
Truck stop!
Welcome to the March catalog from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. If you saw my previous month's video, then you know how this works. We're going to flip through this thing and pick something on each page that we get to keep for ourselves. It's just a game, but it's fun. Check out the cover. The Hogue Dika Sub-Zero and Magna Cut Steel. Blue marble carbon fiber handles. These look fantastic. They are exclusive. They're in Magna Cut. One option is their Tanto blade, which I don't really like the look of it. It's got this really subtle change in the angle right in the middle. If it was just like straight up Warncliffe, I would have one of these this very day. Now, I actually hopped onto a live stream of Smoky Mountain Knife Works. They were just doing like a little Q&A session, and there were quite a few people who talked about these knives and said how it sold out in like an hour. $200 is a great deal for what you're getting, and people were just asking, when are you getting it back in stock? And they were like, I don't know, soon. And I happened to inquire about their monthly GI boxes, and they didn't really have any answers. Sorry. They were just like, yeah, we don't know yet. We'll bring it back when we can. Okay, first page. A lot of times the layouts will be repeats, but I see some new things already. Here we have the Medford knives. Very overpriced. $415. You can get both of these for that much. And on this page we got Finch knives. These are really fantastic looking, actually. I do like me some good abalone. I like what this one's called, the Devil's Finger. These are not cheap either. I'm not too familiar with Finch. I don't have any other knives, but I've heard of them before. And seeing as all the Medford knives are basically the same, I'm going to pick something on this side, something a little more interesting. You know what? I'm going to go with the abalone. This is the Lucky 13. It's got a 154 cm Warncliffe blade. Oh, jumping right into case. What have we got? Here we have purple curly maple. That's a little hard to say. Purple curly maple. That's like one of those things that newscasters say when they like warm up, you know. Purple curly maple. Purple curly maple. Green and black micarta. Small swell center jacks. It works. We saw these last time too. These were their Vault series. Here you can get the small swell center jack in purple curly maple. Oof. You know what? Just for that, I think I'm picking this one. I already got one in abalone anyway. Okay, we got a few more panels of case knives. These have religious sayings. No thanks. Smooth red G10. If I'm going to get something from case, I want something a little better than G10. Here we have the brown burl maple. Ooh, another newscaster warm up there. That looks pretty cool, actually. Let me see if I can get my lighting better. Yeah, there you go. You see that? It's like a very, very dark, woody kind of look. I like that. That's fantastic. So I would like to get one of these, but which one? Well, I've got a couple of rust locks already. Not big on trappers. Large stockman would be nice. I want something I haven't done before. I do not have a mini copper lock. I'll take the mini copper lock in brown burl maple. These panels are all Booker. Here we got their Tree brand, which they're actually moving factories, or maybe they've already moved them. So they were clearing out a bunch of stuff in the past. More Tree brand stuff, and more Tree brand. Oh, that's all Tree brand. That's cool. Comes out of a German factory, I believe. Oh yeah, It says right there. Well, this is interesting. These, at first, kind of look sort of like almost doctor's knives, but that is not a spatula. It's just like a blunt-ended blade and then a little bottle opener. Ooh, that imitation tortoise shell looks really sweet. Over here, we've got slimline trapper, a lot of familiar things. A gentleman's lockback. I think I'd go with the tortoise shell stockman here. I love the look of tortoise shell. Ooh, they got a trapper version too. And I am starting to like stockmen as well. I just don't have too many of them. So I'll take that. Oh, hey, I actually have one of these. Bear and Son slip joint folders, these cheap little $15 ones. And they make bigger ones for a little bit more money. I have one of the little ones. It might be in blue, or is it purple? Haha! I actually happen to have it right nearby. I just clipped my nails. But yeah, that's how big they are. They're actually not quite true to size. But here it is in purple. There's not much to them. They're just aluminum scaled little slip joint knives. Instead of a thumb nick, you get a thumb slot. They're fun. They're from Bear & Son. And over here we have some other Bear & Son knives. Executive pen knives. That sounds fancy. Well, this one looks interesting. It's got an eyelet on it. That kind of reminds me of the Victorinox knives. You know, they have those like eyelet things on their, was it Huntsman? Or whatever version. But which one would I go with? I think I would go with the white smooth bone executive pocket knife. Yeah, why not? Neat little slip joint there. Alright, jumping into the Schrade old-timer stuff. I've seen a lot of this stuff before, the imitation saw cut look. Classic, ubiquitous. This one looks pretty neat. The Senior, these look nice too. I think I would go with one of these, maybe the medium old-timer lockback. I just like that red wood and brass look. That's really cool. 7CR17 MOV, so pretty soft but stainless steel. $22. Oh boy. Now we got some Buck and Kershaw. Kershaw's making gentleman's slip point pocket knives as well. And they look great. Well, over on the Buck side, you got a lot of the usual classic things. Here's some of their 112 Ranger 50th anniversary ones. I saw Tristan Barnett open one of these. It was this one, I believe, with the finger grooves for his 20th birthday. By the way, I'm the friend who hasn't sent him his package yet. I'll get to it, though. I actually have that one. A little toothpick. I've been wanting to pick up a Solo. They make one in G10 that I think looks pretty neat, but I'd like for it to be a little bit bigger. I mean, this thing is tiny. It's about the size of the mini toothpick. If it were like the size of this Stockman, I'd get it for sure. But yeah, I'm more interested in what's going on over here. We have a full copper scaled Culpeper, brown jigged bone, and polished black G10. Couple of trappers, couple of stockmen. I think I really like this brown jigged bone. It almost looks like it's glowy in a way. And then you got the copper bolster too. That's a neat look. Yeah, that's the one I'm getting. $40. And the next page. Whole bunch of fixed blade options from Rough Rider. And even more from Rough Rider. These are the Celestial series. So it's like a sparkly, starry... Oh, no. It's not sparkly and starry. It's that stipply kind of look. I have one of these, but it was in like black and copper color. This looks much nicer. I think it was a canoe that I had as well. We have some Gadsden flagged fixed blade knives here. This funky looking thing, the Vaquero Bowie. Vaquero, that's like Spanish for cowboy, I think? The stag skinner down here looks pretty attractive. Kind of reminds me of an old school, like Soligan design. hunting knife, you know. And then we got these tiger stripe pocket knives. Oof, you missed the Tiger King craze by about a year. Oh well. You see that jigging? That's kind of neat though. It would be cool to have one of those. But this cooler looking Celestial series is really calling my name. I think I will pick one of these. But which one? Change my mind. I'm going with this one. The Tiger Stripe Camp Knife. You got your can opener, screwdriver, cap lifter, reamer, and sewing eye. Lanyard, bail, 23 bucks. Oh, we've seen this page before. The buckshot bone pocket knives. And over here we have something that's new from Rough Rider. The cinnamon bone stag. Now this toad sticker, that might have been what I picked last time. This cinnamon bone's really calling my name. I love the, I don't know what you'd call that, fiery look, this fiery looking accent. And we got your synthetic stag. Oh, the Wasp series. I was actually looking at these online, and I was like, I haven't seen them before in their catalog, like ever. They must be new. All right, I'm getting one of those. This combination of like black, green, yellow layering, that is really handsome. But which one? Well, we got a pipe doctor's knife. Don't care for the mooses. I'd go with the, they're just calling it a liner and lock with no bolsters, but it looks like a sod buster or a mini sod buster. Yeah, that's the one I'd get. 15 bucks. Full spread of marbles. Ooh, I actually have the lady leg in imitation tortoise shell. Came in one of the GI boxes. Maybe I should go for a fixed blade though. They got these white smooth bone ones and your darker boned ones. They actually look pretty cool. Kind of remind me of like a German Hubertus knife. Way less expensive. Let's get a fixed blade here. Ooh. This one's kind of funky. Yeah, why not? I'll go with this one. The Black Stag Bone Cowboy Skinner. You use this to skin cowboys. Alright, Victorinox. Oh, they got some neat looking fixed blades down here. I like that layering effect. Kind of reminds me of an Essie. Oh my god, that is a lot of money. 115 bucks for what? It's just a single blade. Locks, like, is there something special about these? Oh, I got a Swiss card with some kind of funky finish. What is that? Colorful reinvention. I don't know what color though. It's like coppery. Oh, here we go. New designs. We got April, spring. I guess spring themed things. I don't really like any of them though. Actually, I do have a reason that I would get this Excelsior. They're not expensive, they're not rare or anything, but I actually picked up some knives at the flea market recently, which are sort of Excelsior-ish, but ancient and rusted. So it would be cool to have something modern to compare them to. And I'll talk more about these in another video. Gerber and Kershaw. Well, we got all the multi-tools out of the way here. I do have the Suspension NXT, also from a GI box. But let's have a look at the Kershaw panel. That's where I'm going to make my selection. These are scallions and leeks. I do have a leek. It comes in a handle that looks like this one, and a blade that looks like this one, but without the serrations. I love the leek. It's a great knife. I don't have a scallion. Maybe I should get one. There's also the chive, which I think is the teeny tiny one. You know what? I'd get the blue and satin scallion just to go with my blue and, well, black finished leek. Ooh, CRKT and SOG. Well, these are some really sweet looking CRKT knives. I like the way the handle looks on this thing. What is this? A Razzlecliff. Is it a Razzlecliff? So it's like a reimagining of the Rizal, I guess. This green thing is pretty sweet looking. The tie and the heron kind of reminds me of the rising sun emblem with the sun rays. You know what I mean? I don't have too many from SOG. I should beef up my SOG collection. Not too much into serrations, but I like the color. This almost looks like it could be a Space Force knife. I'd go with this one. The Flash AT, $75. Ooh, this is going to be a tough choice. We got Cold Steel, toe-to-toe with Buck. Well, let's have a look. Here we got the Leatherneck Tanto, the Drop Forged Hunter. So, it kind of reminds me of that wrench knife they make, but it's not a wrench. Big ass fixed blade, the Outdoorsman Light, the GI Tanto, smaller ones. This is called the Legacy Collection? Huh. I have this one, the Highline. I love it. It was the best one of the box from the very last GI box of last year, which turned out to be the very last one since. So, since I already have it, I won't pick it this time. Well, these are interesting. I haven't seen these before because they're new. Hexam EDC folders. Bothers me when knives are actually called EDC. It's kind of like getting something that's a collector's edition. Like, you don't get to decide what is or is not collectible. That's for collectors to decide. You don't get to decide if it's an EDC. People who carry them decide. Anyway, oh, I have one of these too. The Trunk, except mine came in black. Well, I think I would go with the Outdoorsman Light. Subverted your expectation there, didn't I? Because the handle looks really grippy. It's got that stipply thing going on. Next, we got Booker, toe-to-toe with Smith & Wesson. Normally, I'd say no contest, but you might be surprised. Smith & Wesson might throw something at you that you don't expect. I do have a knife or two designed by Burnley, and I enjoyed them, so that's tempting. I don't know, $120? Oh, it's copper. That's part of the reason why, I suppose. Oh, it's the Kihan. Kihan. I've heard very, very good things about this knife. Oh, and they have it in an OD green handle with stonewash blade. That's tempting. Oh, we got some Quikens. Looking over at the Smith & Wesson side, we got this massive looking Tanto cleaver thing. The Freelancer. The Freelancer Plunge. Who picks these names? And this one is simply called Liner Lock. Some throwing cards. That sounds fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the OD Green G10 stonewashed blade, Burnley designed Kihon frame lock. Like I said, I've heard good things. That's what I would get. Oh, Benchmade. Well, if you're gonna get any of these, you might as well buy those aftermarket Omega Springs. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I have this one. The G10 with the Cerakote finish. Is this in CPM M4? No. It's an S30V. Well, which do I have? Yeah, that's the one, all right. But this one is CPM M4. So it's different. And it was about the same price. Well, anyway, this has been a very, very good bug out experience for me. I got the original and didn't really like it. And then I got this one and I liked it. And the Omega Springs have not broken. But then again, I don't flick it open every day. I would definitely break them at this point if I did. I do not have a mini bug out. I don't think I want one either. I think the last time we came across a Benchmade spread, I probably picked one of the Adamises. But this time, let's have a look at these fixed blade knives. These are new and different to me. I like the scaly look of the handles. You know, it's almost like serpentine. I'd probably go with this one. Pukey green color. Oh, look, and it happens to be called the Puko, or Puko. Yeah, so already a good choice. 144 bucks. Oh, wow. This is going to be a rough one. All right, we got 3 of my favorite budget brands on one page. QSP, Artisan Cutlery, and Civivi. I actually don't own any QSP knives. I don't know why. I just never got one. The penguins are popular as hell, and I'm a penguinless too. So let's start with the Artisan Cutlery knives, since I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick a QSP. Here we have the Burgundy Micarta Osprey. I do not have the Osprey. I have the, it looks really similar, Rampart. Do they have the Rampart on here? I don't think so. Anyway, the Corsair, that one's popular as well. And then you got a couple of them in metals, the Osprey and the Hyperion model. I like how all of these are like 60 bucks or less, and it's yours, including the metal ones. And a lot of times you can find them on sale at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Like, I own 2 Artisan Cutlery knives that are in metal, one copper, one bronze. I got the Shark and the Mini Shark, and for both of them I paid, I think, $30-something, because they just get marked down every once in a while randomly. You just got to keep checking their website. Civivi. I have an Elementum, and I think that's it. I didn't get any of the other ones. But the Backlash I see a lot. I haven't really heard of any of these other ones. Actually, I've heard of the Appalachian. That one people like as well. But anyway, let's look at the QSPs. So this is the new budget brand that's just up and coming and hitting hard. I'm immediately drawn to this one and this one because there's got this knurled look in the metal. That's got that black in there. That's a cool look. Kind of reminds me of the Kershaw Headgrille, which is a very underappreciated, pretty much unknown knife. And it's really cheap. Let me see if I can find it. Bam! There it is. The Kershaw Headgrille. You can see why I thought of this knife when I saw these. I can't remember how much I got this for. I did get it from SMKW. I want to say it was like $12, and it's great. It's like heavy as hell. It reminds me of the Cryo, except you don't have that over travel disc, and the pocket clip can't be moved around. And that's about it. Well, obviously the finish is different and cooler in my opinion, but otherwise it's kind of like the budget brand of the Cryo, which is already like a budget knife. So that's the Headgrille, and I love it. I'm gonna start carrying this more. So I think I would love one of these two as well. Down here we have kind of the same knife, just different scales. Fat carbon? Oh no, they're calling this something different. Shredded carbon. Okay. These are also shredded carbon. They're just really, really dark and hard to see. I guess that one's, these are blue, these are red, and you got your classic micarta. I think I would go with the, you know what the brass. I go with the brass because I prefer the satin. $64. Leatherman multi-tools over here. I don't know anything about them. I just like the scissor things. Those are cool. We have some spark plugs. Oh, some kind of a... Oh, it's a ratchet driver. Okay. I would love to get a Hogue knife. I don't own any of them. And I'm not too familiar with any of these. So these are Sig Sauer. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I know it's like a type of gun. Look at the curvature of this blade. That's really interesting. Anyway, we got a push button lock folder. And then a bunch of micro flip X1 button lock folders. Huh. Well, these two kind of look the same as those, which I guess makes sense. This is the X5, this is the X1. Holy crap, they're a lot of money too. I just looked at the prices. Whew. I think You know what? I'm actually thinking I'd go with this one. The XO1. Designed by Alan Elishewitz. 154 cm steel. G10 handle. I like that multi-layering effect they got going on. Yeah, that's the one I would go with. Almost $200. Wow. Ooh, lightsabers. Yeah, I think last time I just picked one. I go with that one. Don't know shit about flashlights. Sorry. Oh. Hello. Oh, it's a ProTech knife. Again, a brand I know a lot about. I just don't own any of them. This is the Godson. Oof, I can barely fit that on my field of view. But this, you know, I normally, like, I know the fat carbon thing is like a trend, but whatever they did here, I really like. It almost looks like Predator Vision. You know what I mean? That really pops. And I even like it in red. It would look great in other colors too, I'm sure, but whatever they did here, JJ like. It's an SMKW exclusive. Yeah, like I said, I don't own any ProTech knives, but it is a push-button switch blade. I think most of them are. Nice job on designing that. All right. And we get to the MKM spread, which has some new additions, or new to me additions, so that's fantastic. This is quite different. So these are not the Isanzos, are they? Yeah, they are Isanzos. For some reason, they look bigger. Are these the normal size? Well, I love the new colors. This orange and blue really jumps out. That looks freaking great. And then you have these little micro fixed blades. That's a lot of money. Don't think I'm going for any of those, but I like the color here, that sort of tan with sand color. Over here we have a Viper by Technocut SNC. I have not heard of this company. Price point looks anywhere from $75 to $250. I like the way their micarta looks. There's something different about that. Nothing is exciting me too much. I think I'm gonna have to go with an MKM. I think I'm gonna have to go with the orange and blue Isanzo with the hawkbill finish. Hawkbill finish with the hawkbill blade. There's some neat patterning in there too. You see that? Yeah. Oh, guns. So these are like BB guns and stuff. Not something I'm really into, so I will... Oh God, what are they doing? We the People pistol? Since when have guns been associated with patriotism? That sounds dangerous. Oh, wait. The Spartan pistol? Are they still milking the 300 series here? I'll pick this P320, and I'll send it to Tristan Barnett. I don't even own a gun, let alone, you know the line, I would get the gun rack, just for the reference. Oh man, Smoky Mountain Knife Works is starting to sell all kinds of gun shit. Is that even legal? A 50-round magazine for a Glock? Are you fucking kidding me? I'd get one of these, and then go to prison for owning it. Seriously. What are these? Launcher kits. USA made HD launcher. Manufactured using glass. What is it though? They're like paintball guns? Oh. It's like pepper balls. Okay. I don't really want any of this. Moving on. Well, obviously I'll be picking on this side. We have hobo bag. Okay, that's tempting just because of the name. Oh, check this out. waist bags. These are tactical fanny packs. I'm definitely getting one of these. Which color do I like the best? That is the question. I gotta go with that one. The green brocade with front flap. $43. This looks like the kind of stuff you see at like a Love's truck stop. Oh, right. More weaponry. Or, actually, no, there is no weaponry here, just accessories. Cool binoculars. What's down here? These personal utility go cases. So these are like bug out cases? Yeah, I guess so. They're like waterproof, impact resistant cases. Probably get one of these ruck cases. All kinds of stuff in there, and you got this webbing back here. Why not? I'd get one of these. 69 bucks. And fill it all with all kinds of shit. Ugh. What do we got? Miracle comes alive in a new minted tribute. Oh, it's a Last Supper coin. Admit one. Okay, we have bags, pants, boonie hats, jingoistic coolers, and tumblers. Ooh, I like the color on this one. I already got a boonie hat that I really like. Maybe I could get another backpack. I kind of like the look of this one. This tobacco and grizzly flavored. Flavored tobacco and grizzly. Well, it doesn't even say colored, but fuck it. It's tobacco and grizzly flavored. $145. It's for laptops and handguns or more. It's got a hydration bladder in it. I mean, you can put whatever you want in it. It's a bag. It's for your guns. All right, back to the cutting weapons. Yeah, I talk about guns like, oh, yeah, more weapons. Oh, cool. Look at these throwing axes. Well, we got the American Buffalo page. The Cattleman's Cutlery. Haven't really heard of them, but now I have. Cheap Damascus blades. A fantasy machete. Ooh, that's new. I mean, I've heard of fantasy daggers and fantasy knives and fantasy swords and fantasy spears. I've never heard of a fantasy machete. That's funny. Alright, let's look at this stuff. Here's is that like a vice grip wrench set with a knife just kind of randomly stuck in there? This is a handsome looking one. The Roper knives. Oh, this is another brand I haven't heard of. Roper knives, okay. The Laredo Stag Stockman. I just like that two-tone look where it divides it in the middle, you know? A little bit of bone, a little bit of wood. A lot of phallic word play. I think I gotta have to get the fantasy machete, though. There's no explanation for what it fantasizes. Like, it's not from a movie. Chip-away cutlery, hen and rooster, more hen and rooster, and tack commander. This is all frost cutlery, and I am not complaining. What you see is probably not what you get, but these look fantastic. Look at that handle. Now, if that's actually what it looks like when you get it, and if it's like decent quality, I would like any of those. I'm especially drawn to this one. These look fun. Let's see what Hen and Rooster's got for us. Big old Bowie knife, straight razors, a whole bunch of canoes, and some smattering of other random ones. I think I would have to go with this what's it called? A small falcon. $25. I just know if you actually get one, it's going to be like full of gaps, and it's going to be dirty and not very well put together. That's just the way frost cutlery goes. But if they could get their quality up, I think these would be fantastic in my collection. Now we're on to the K-bars. Full page K-bar spread. I do have a TDI kind of on the way, I ordered the Space Force one. You got your full range of fighting knives, and this funky looking thing. What is this? A large and heavy cutter. They make a kukri. Oh, that's cool. We got your tactical spork. I've got a couple of those. And, oh, this is neat, actually. I've been wanting to get one of these. The K-Bar Crunch. It's a spoon with a hollow handle so that you can also use it as a straw. And your doziers. I would get one of these, but they're not cheap. No, I'm sorry. Let me start again. I would get one of these, but they're so cheap, and you can get them almost anywhere. So, like, why get something ordinary when you can have the Crunch? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. We have 1-page SE, 1-page tops. Okay, that's a pretty even matchup. I am more impartial to the SEs, or I should say more partial to the SEs. But Tops has some decent stuff too. So let's see what we got going on here. We got an axe, a massive cleaver, and then you got your Model 3. This is a little different than what I have seen. The JJJ5. So it's like a 5, but with a different look. An Ashley game knife. What is that about? Oh, it's designed by somebody named Ashley. Well, that makes sense. I like the color on this orange and black. Oof, that's good. What's this called? The Shenkudo. That might have to be the one I get. Survival kit? The pinch neck knife survival kit. Oh, okay, it comes in like a box. That's a lot of money for one of these kits. Just saying. Whoa. Here we have a $215, I don't know what you would call that. Sort of a kukri. It's called a bestia. This one looks funky. It's like a shovel. It's called the Tracker Digger. Kind of like the Trapper Keeper, but for digging. And also not vaporwave. A bunch of fixed blade knives. Liner lock. None of these are really jumping out at me, so I'm gonna have to go with one of these. This one's got a hole in it, this one doesn't, and it's less money for some reason. Is that the only difference? Can't be. No carabiner hole with carabiner hole. $108? $125. That's like an $18 hole. So obviously that's what I'm going with. Alright, we got Bradford on this side and OKC on this side. The Ontario Knife Company makes lots of good things, especially down here, the ever popular rats. I have a rat 1. I actually don't have a rat 2. I should get a rat 2 too. Of course, we got the fighting knife and more fighting knives and woodsman's knives. Bradford, I don't have any of their stuff. Let's see, Elmax. That's a type of steel, right? A couple of neck knives, well, a few. Warncliffe style. This one's called the Black Nimbus. That's just a cool name. I like what they're doing here with the handle material. Check out that patterning. Very attractive. I think I'm going to go with it. The Guardian 3. $180 or $189. M390 steel. That's a pretty high grade steel for something like this. I would have expected like something more high carbon. Oh my goodness. Microtech. A full spread too. We got your Ultratechs, your Halos. Is that what these are? No, Heras. Oh wow. Look at this one. That's psychedelic. You can hypnotize your opponent as you stab them. Oh, that's neat. They just show you the types of blades that are options. I'm probably going to pick from this page. I got the Exosets and the UTX, oh, the 70s, not the 85s. So I guess these are even smaller. Natural G10 down here. I do like Natural G10 or Jade G10, but not on these. Is this a white painted blade? Oh, yeah, because these are the Stormtrooper series. So these are supposed to look like Stormtrooper knives. And they're so white that I can hardly make it out from the reflection. I'm getting that one. Something about the hole just makes it look right. $343? Wow. Oh. I was wondering if we would see a Protect spread. And then we have some Kershaw, Buck, more Buck. Wow, there's a lot going on this page. I'm so tempted just to say, like, you know what, I need that. The Godson. Well, they got the Godfather, too, for that matter. I actually didn't make that connection, the play on words there. Kershaw launch out the side? Out the side? I think they just mean your normal opening. I don't have any of the launch series. I just never got into them. Oh, these are the Buck automatics. I remember when the 110 automatic came out, it was a huge seller, because there's like conversion services or kits where you can you can send your 110 off and they'll put in an auto conversion for you. It's not cheap, or you can buy one pre-converted, but they don't have a very good reputation of always working very well. So then when Buck just said, you know what, people are turning their knives automatic anyway, let's just make it ourselves. And so for not much more money, you can just get it straight from them. Would love to get one of these. What do they got down here? I'm not familiar with the Impact series. Oh, wow. So Buck is making stuff in CPM S30V now. And it's Cerakote-coated. Down here we have the Paradigm Shift. Don't care too much about these. But this is a cool looking thing. Push button opening. I'm guessing they're not open assisted. They're just kind of like, you know, the Milwaukee Fastback kind of deal. But although they have a safety switch though. Why would they have a safety? I guess these are automatic. I think I would go with an automatic up here. But which one? Probably go with the Ranger. Now what's the difference? The Elite version, okay, it's the steel. So CPM S30V and 420HC, and the price difference is like $50. Honestly, I don't think I would be doing things with these to warrant the S30V steel. So I'll probably just go with the regular 112. I mean, oh, we got some more Hogue. And more Boker. They're just throwing everything at us now. Benchmade and Gerber. It's a who's who of knife makers. Okay, what do we got? We got one of those weird blades here. Some Boker automatics. Some Boker automatics. Are these OTFs? USB out the front. What does that mean? Made in collaboration with Cobra-Tech. D2 steel dual action out the front. They're designed to resemble a thumb drive, basically. So you think you think you're pulling out a thumb drive and you end up stabbing your computer with it. Okay, I gotta get one of these. That's it. Benchmade, yada yada. It's the one in purple too. $64 for a USB knife. But let's see what they got. Okay, we got a mediator. This looks kind of like a bug out or a bailout. No, actually it looks more like the 940 blade on a bug out handle. That's cool. The Stimulus in Mini. The Casbah. And these are Gerber automatics. Mostly the same. I don't really like any of them though. Alright, coming down to the wire, we have some Japanese cutlery for your kitchen. Wow. What brand are we talking here? Shun, Old Hickory, Classic lineup here. If I had to go with one, you know, I got plenty of Japanese cooking knives already. I could use a new paring knife. What do you got for me, Old Hickory? Well, I got a paring knife over here. What have you got for me, Old Hickory? Oh, here we go. A couple of options. $11 and $12 versus $100. But What's the difference? Oh, one's just a little bit shorter. I'd probably go with the shorter one. I mean, it's 3/4 of an inch more for $1, but paring knives can be too long, you know what I mean? So I think I'd go with that one. Victorinox kitchenware knives. You know what? I actually don't have one of these anymore. I used to have one. It's just like a honing thing. I don't remember what happened to it. I must have lost it when I moved or something. It was ancient and a little bit rusted, so just no good anymore, but just for the convenience of having it, I should get another one. Hang it on your wall, and then when you want to do food prep, hone your knives a little bit and you're good. It's like a strop on a stick. More kitchen stuff. I like the symbol. It's like the, what's that song? So these are block sets. I'm more of a fan of buying like one knife at a time, but it's like a great knife rather than getting a full set and then you only use like 2 of them. Well, I already got a paring knife, but this Twin Fin 2, the ergos on this thing just look sweet. This is like the knife that you would see on like a movie where they're on a space station and one of them is the station chef. That's the knife that would fly off the wall during a gravitational incident and take somebody's hand off. So I go with that one. Order form, and we're coming down to the stuff you see in the checkout line. Stuff. Got one of these already. Got a paring knife already. Let's get a knife roll while we're here. $40, and you can pack up all of your cutlery needs. Like if you ever go to an Airbnb where they have a kitchen and you just want to use your own cutlery, that's what that would be good for. Last call for Medford Praetorian Swift Automatics. These are $535 each. So I think for this page I will choose Instagram. I would like to own Instagram. Thank you, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. See you next time.